This engine has no pistons. Instead of parts slamming up and down 1,000 times a minute, it's just a triangle, spinning smoothly in a circle. It sounded like the engine that would replace everything else. So why did it almost kill every company that tried to build it? This is the Wankel engine, named after its inventor, Felix Wankel. Here's the trick. Instead of pistons moving up and down, you've got a triangle-shaped rotor spinning inside an oval-shaped chamber. As it spins, the pockets between the rotor and the housing get bigger and smaller, and that's your intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust, all in one smooth spin. No valves, no pistons, no connecting rods hammering back and forth 1,000 times a minute. On paper, this is genius, fewer moving parts, smoother power, a higher RPM ceiling than anything else on two wheels. Here's the catch. Those triangle tips have to seal perfectly against the housing wall at thousands of RPM, generating serious heat, and that seal does not last. It wears down, it leaks compression, and it does exactly what any moving part does when it's constantly rubbing against something hot. It slowly grinds itself into dust. Felix Wankel didn't build an engine. He built a beautifully engineered way to destroy itself. Let's put this into a real motorcycle. In 1974, Hercules built the W2000, the first production motorcycle with a Wankel engine. On paper, it looked incredible. Smooth power delivery, high revs, almost no vibration. In practice, it was a nightmare to own. The seals wore out fast, sometimes within a few thousand kilometers. Fuel economy was brutal. This thing drank gas like a two-stroke lawnmower crossed with a jet engine. And when the apex seals finally failed, you weren't looking at a simple repair. You were looking at replacing the entire rotor housing. Norton tried again a decade later with the Norton F1, this time using the Wankel engine for racing, where the power-to-weight ratio was genuinely competitive. It even won races. But even on the track, with professional mechanics rebuilding it constantly, the same problem kept coming back. Seals, heat, wear. Racing teams weren't running this engine because it was reliable. They were running it because when it worked, for the length of one race, it was fast enough to be worth the gamble. That's the whole story of the Rotary motorcycle engine in one sentence. Brilliant when it works, and it never works for very long. So was Felix Wankel a genius, or did he just build the most elegant way to burn money ever put on two wheels? Honestly, both. The Rotary engine proved you could build a smoother, simpler-looking engine with fewer moving parts. It just also proved that fewer moving parts doesn't mean fewer problems. It means the few parts you do have need to survive conditions. Almost nothing can survive for long. Mazda kept the Rotary alive in cars for decades, babying it with better materials and bigger engineering budgets than any motorcycle company could afford. But on two wheels, the Wankel engine stayed exactly what it started as, a brilliant idea that never quite worked. If you want to see the next genius mistake engineers actually built, subscribe, because this channel exists to audit them.